Hey guys, how you doing? One day that's it's going to get stuff that will teach me a lesson, won't it? It's MKS here anyway, but with another video. This is going to be another one on my list, so apologies to anyone who might not like videos where I make lists. This is probably not going to be for you, but I will make different ones. So please let me know what sort of videos you would like to see in November. I will make. I'll try and do as many requests as I can, but please forgive me for those who don't like lists. I'll say this might not be the video for you, but I hope someone out there will enjoy it, as I say. And I keep repeating myself, but anywho, so I was thinking of some of the titles that I could potentially use for my videos, and sometimes I try and be spontaneous, but every now and then I like to have plans, which I work on. So as I say, I hope someone out there will enjoy this, but here's some of the titles I thought I could include. I'm still trying to stick to Black history and empowerment and dyslexia awareness and empowerment for another few days, and probably still do some more about Black and stroke or dyslexic entrepreneurs, especially from Africa, in November as well, but I'll probably do other things as well. Again, if you have any requests, I'll do whatever you tell me to do, so as long as it's not illegal, probably. Well, I'll try to, anyway. As long as it's legal, that's it. And I get the chance to do it. Because I try and, anyone who watches a video, videos, I try to, or anyone who supports the channels, I try and listen to the feedback as much as I can and do what I can to support it. But anyway, I'm going to get on with the list rather than waffle, because otherwise the video is going to be really long. So, potential title number one, I think like so, business across Africa could be a potential title or something like that. So the theme I want to focus on is about supporting Black and stroke or dyslexic entrepreneurs, especially in Africa. So I could have a few titles like about business or entrepreneurship, dyslexic entrepreneurs or things like that. African entrepreneurs, Black entrepreneurs. So I suppose there's a few potential titles that I could include for that. Number two would be, could be potentially, I'll say this is just a rough list, but potentially could be tourism across Africa, or even Aboriginal communities. Like when I went to Australia when my sister got married in Australia, I went to Australia, and I went to the Aboriginal centres. I love to support the Aboriginal community. My nose is really itchy again. This always gets itchy when I do videos. Anyway, so second is about tourism, and probably like, I know there's a push now for the Black diaspora to visit Africa. African Americans, possibly Black British people, and maybe even people from Europe could go and visit parts of Africa, the ancestral homelands and stuff like that, and try and give them some support as well. And yeah, also Aboriginal communities. I love to encourage people to go and visit Aboriginal communities. Excuse me, sorry. John Bobbitt asked another list, but I think he missed the introduction, which I already claimed that. I already admit I'm going to do another list, but not well, mentally or oh, thanks, John. Thanks, you too. Anyway, sorry. So that'll be the second one, is like tourism for, and maybe like in the future, as there are Aboriginal centres in Australia, there could be similar ones for the Native American peoples and things like that. Like maybe encourage people to go and visit parts of South Africa and Rwanda, like the genocide memorial and anti-apartheid sort of things, or what's it called? Rhode Island, is it Rhode Island, where Nelson Mandela was incarcerated, and now it could be a tourist. I think it is a tourist attraction, so I think it'd be great for people to go and support countries like across Africa, as I say, and Aboriginal communities and things and groups like that. So I'd love to support African tourism, especially personally, and also to encourage other people to do the same. Three T for Technology for Africa. That's my idea, whereby I know I talked about it before, but where technology companies, tea companies that sell tea bags and all that, donate a certain agreed percentage of their profit. Possibly that could be done like next October or something like that. For the whole of October, it could be 10% or 20% or even more of their profit, maybe up to 50% of the profit for that month or something that could go towards developing technology across Africa. And like August, because that's my birth month, I'd love to do have loads of charitable goals. I hope to come to that in the future. 4, I hope to support 4 Black and so-called dyslexic entrepreneurs, especially in Africa. Not sure exactly what the title will be, but obviously that's the topic I want to cover. Is like about Africa, just Black and so-called dyslexic entrepreneurs, especially across Africa, and about their goals and things like that, and focusing on African entrepreneurs and things like that. Like focus on African entrepreneurs could be the title of the video or something, and or some of the videos I hope to make. And 5, could be something about listening to goals and dreams of Black and so-called dyslexic entrepreneurs, especially across Africa, as I say. Excuse me. And perhaps supporting indigenous people from Australasia, like Aborigines and Maoris and people like that, to support them, to set up their own businesses, which I think would be great. 6, like helping Black and so-called dyslexic entrepreneurs achieve their potential, especially across Africa, as I say. When I was thinking about this list, I was trying to think of, I was thinking a lot of the sort of topics I wanted to cover, but I wasn't thinking of many titles that I wanted to cover. So I was struggling to think of actual specific titles, what I'd call the videos, but I thought of a lot of the topics what I'd like to include, like about entrepreneurship, but as I say, across Africa and things like that. 7 could be like where people from Africa or the Black and dyslexic community around the world could list their or talk about their dreams, and also perhaps like some things that they think about ethical, what they think is ethical, or what would be on their wish list, or if life had a shopping list, what would be on that shopping list and things like that. 8, I think like people of color working together, supporting each other's projects and businesses, especially against hate, like because far right hate people of color. So I think it'd be great to see us working together. I know that'd be a long title, and I don't know exactly what I title it, but like anti-apartheid enterprise or anti-imperial enterprise or things like that, or even anti-nationalist enterprises where African and Asian people or people of color generally around the world, or even anti-nationalist people of different backgrounds work together to support countries, especially in Africa. 9, I hope to have titles about like African Black and so-called dyslexic rights, again, especially in Africa. And 10, I hope to look at like the dreams of young people, as I say, young Black and so-called dyslexic people, especially across Africa. So I know not everyone likes to list videos. As I said before in my intro to this video, kind of before I went onto the list, I did say like in November I will be doing some other stuff, and I will be taking like as many requests as possible. So if you want to see something different or specific thing for me to cover, as I say, as long as it's legal, preferably family friendly, of course, and all that sort of stuff, and preferably ethical, please post in the comments below, and I'll try and cover that in November. But at the moment, for the rest of October, which I know we've only got a few days, I'm hoping specifically to focus on Black and so-called dyslexic people, as I say, especially in Africa. Possibly, I would have liked to have focused more on Aborigines as well, and Maoris, but unfortunately I didn't really do much of that. So I know there's only like 3 or 4 days left, so I might do just, I have this joke about dyslexia because a lot of people with dyslexia need extra time in exams, so, or possibly when we're reading or something like that. So I say, I need extra time to get these lists done for Black empowerment and dyslexia empowerment. But anyway, hopefully someone out there enjoyed this. Hope it wasn't too boring. Anyway, peace and love, guys. God bless.